We made it through the eclipse. We made it through the eclipse. Nobody got taken up in the rapture that we know of. A massive earthquake did not occur. Um, World War didn't start that we know of. There's a lot of things that were predicted. No bridges collapsed. No trouble on any bridges in Kentucky. All of the sayings that people were saying, well, that didn't happen. It didn't happen. Good morning, Applebrooks, honey. It didn't happen. All of these things that were foretold, all of these people that we gave our ear to, there was thousands upon thousands. Could you imagine having thousands of advice that you listen to? Could you imagine trying to take in all the advice if you were looking for these people for advice and they said, this is going to happen, you got to do this is going to, and it didn't do it. It didn't do it. And then you think, well, now what? Well, you just keep going back and keep listening. You just keep going back and keep listening. Take their word for truth. And every time they say something, I'm going somewhere with this. Every time they say something, you go ahead and take that advice. You go ahead and give them your ear. And you act on whatever they say. And it happens again. And nothing happens. And you keep doing that over the years. Keep basing your life on what other people are saying. Keep trying to do what they tell you to do. And when you do it, year after year, this type of stuff could go on for years. If you listen to, you give your ear to certain mindset, certain mouthpieces throughout your life, and your life literally goes nowhere and everything goes. There is truly a pattern with that. There really is. When you listen to things over and over and over and over and over, it's like it really, certain things, and no, it's like bad advice. It's like you wouldn't want to take your vehicle to a shop. I can fix your car. I really can. And you take it in there to fix it, and it's worse than before. Then you take it right back to the same place. Oh, well, let me fix this. I can fix that problem. They fix it, and then it's even worse. And would you keep taking your vehicle back to something like that who kept saying, I'm going to fix this for you, but it gets worse and worse and worse? No, you want to not take it there anymore. You need to start thinking for yourself. Okay, you need to make some different decisions. Okay, let me leave it at that. There are instances in everybody's life. That's a prime example. No, you think I'm going to go to a physician or something that's going to, I'm going to go for a specific thing and they're not even going to treat it. They're going to do something and then I'm even worse and I'm going to keep going back. I keep getting bad advice. No, I'm going to get a second opinion and then I'm going to get another opinion. I'm not going to hold someone else's opinion above everybody else's, especially if there's a history with that opinion and that advice that I was receiving from that individual, that it was not the best for me. I'm not going to continue to listen to something like that. There'll come a point in your life and say, no, I'm not. Okay, so we made it through the eclipse. A lot of the things that happened that were people said was going to happen. It did not happen, but we are told. Somebody got a happy birthday. Kwan, happy birthday to you. So there was a lot of predictions. There was. We kept an eye on the New Madrid fault line. The rapture did not occur that we know of. It did not. Look at our little baby down here in the fresh done mulch. Come on, Rosie, honey. You a little girl? Don't you be out there looking for voles. Her's got to clean her paws. Yeah. Oh, she's looking. Look at her. She's looking at that mulch to see if it moves because she wants a vole. Yeah, she's watching. Yes, happy birthday. Yeah. No, we made it through the eclipse. And what's strange, so see, now we got total whiteouts. Total whiteout sky. And it may look blue on here, but it truly is. a thick cover of white in the sky. And temperature is a tad bit different. And I'm pretty sure, like, going into with the week, it's like supposed to rain every single day coming up. I don't know when that's going to start. It's the forecast, the weather is unpredictable. Look at this little baby. Her is so precious. What you doing, Rosie, honey? You want to go in the house? Come on. You want to go in because you're a baby? You do want to go in. Come on, Rosie. You got to get in the house. You ready, honey? And if you're just tuning in, welcome and good morning. Okay, come on, Rosie. You can go in. Come on. You can go. Go on. Get in the house. You're a little girl. Okay, she's going. She's going. These are the tomato plants that we transplanted, me and my daughter. They'll go in the garden. Good morning. Okay. Um, it's been something that has been a week. What's happening, Aya? A week from now? Just because we are still here does not mean that's put something off. That does not mean put something did not occur in the unseen. There's a lot of things that happen in the spiritual realm that you cannot see that did occur. A lot of things that you may not be aware of. But as for the physical things that were predicted, the real world events that were predicted to happen on a certain time, there are a lot of those that did not happen. Did not happen. But with the energy that came with this solar eclipse, just like in 1811, 3 months after the solar eclipse in December the 16th of 1811, the New Madrid went off. They said it was due to the solar eclipse. Everything like builds up. It's like a volcano. A volcano does not explode till the tremors start coming. You get the movement in there, the magma starts moving. Just like the earthquakes, there's like tremors and tremors and tremors and tremors and tremors. And then poof, there's a buildup that occurs, even with a geyser. If you ever look at like a geyser at Yellowstone, it takes a while for it to get that whatever it is, and then poof, things build up, and then boom. That's how it happens. It's like birth pain to labor. Well, the baby's not born right away. No, you got to go through the contractions. You got to go through the pains. No, something's entered my mind. The baby's not born right away. That you got to go through the pain. You got to have the tremors. You got to have the small earthquakes before the massive earthquake occurs. You got to have all that movement underneath before that volcano explodes. You got to go through the labor before I'm just saying, something is born. Something is about to, shall we say, be born, come alive, completely come out of that womb, come out of that matrix, come out of that black hole that it's in. Something is about to come out of that black hole. It's living inside of it. I'm not talking about babies. I am spiritually speaking, but this thing is it's going to manifest into the real world. Something is about to come out of it, out of that black hole. That's what you can compare it to. inside that matrix. They do refer, some refer to the womb as the matrix. It's like if you're inside the womb, which is the matrix, you come out and then poof, your life begins. Some would refer to the matrix as, you know, we live in a matrix right here, but the womb is like the matrix. But if I'm looking at this, the womb, as a matrix, as a supermassive black hole, supermassive black hole, unlike any that you've ever seen. Something is alive and it's coming out. It's getting ready to come out, but it's going through the labor pains. It's having the pains from it. It's like a volcano. It's got to build up like the earthquake. There's got to be a lot of build up underneath, a lot of shifting, a lot of things happening. It's getting ready to come out of it. That matrix, that womb, that black hole. See how that stopped me dead in my tracks, more or less, stopped me right in my tracks talking about that, and then poof, I had a download. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. So behind the scenes, yeah, there's a lot happening. The physical manifestation has not happened yet. It can also be this too. Something is slowly, it's going through the birth canal. It is going through the birth canal right now. That something is. That matrix, it's coming through that black hole. Because it's dark in there. It's really dark. There is no light inside there. It's a supermassive black hole. But just like a woman giving birth, first, I can't stand in this position right here, this very spot, because this was the spot right there. There is that, it's that ley line. It's my geopathic, you know the ley lines that run in your yard and stuff? This is where that one lays, and I was standing right there, and whatever I was saying, the energy from the ley line, because it's going, there's something right there. I've stood there before, and my screen has, like, I don't know how many times before, my screen has went that magenta color. Okay, it was spinning around. It literally was like that, and then it disconnected me. So, does a black hole spin? Is there whirling inside a black hole? Is there? Because it was whirling when I stood there, and I was talking about that. Black holes are supposed to suck everything into them. They are. But with this one, now something's coming out of it, and it's already on its way out. It has not completely been birthed on this earth. It has not been completely birthed. It's not came out of that black hole completely. It's making its way. And you know, it's got, you know how you had contractions, you got to push, 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 push. It needs help. It needs help. That thing, this thing, I'm not gonna give it a name. I'm not going to give it a name. I'm not even going to speak it. That thing needs help coming through the matrix. It needs help from this side. From this side, right here, it needs help. It needs pulled. It needs to be pulled through or the something needs to be made wider. The opening needs to be made wider or something. It needs help coming through on this end. It's not on that end. It's on this end. It needs help to be pulled through, maybe even sucked this way, because originally, you know, it sucks black holes. I would say that it consumes everything. It pulls everything in. But since it's coming into this world, it's coming into this world, and its head is out, but its whole body's not out. Its head's out. Its head is, I'm figuratively, spiritually, symbolically speaking of what is happening. Or, you know how this one article that we read about the solar eclipse, it ended in, just think of this as a baptism in darkness. A baptism in darkness. The black hole is dark. It's really dark. It's going to be a busy, really busy next few months. For me, I feel it in my spirit. Spiritually speaking, it's going to be very busy. But you'll feel it too in the spiritual realm. And there are things happening behind the scenes you can't see. This was a darkness. Let me flip this around. There is no light. There is no light in that black hole. There's no light. Even when this thing comes out. No. When this thing comes out, here's what I believe. Here's what it sounds like right now. This is what it's feeling. It's the matrix, the womb, the black hole. This thing needs help to come through. It's like a contraction. It's in labor. It needs help from this end. But black holes normally suck things. This thing needs help to push through, to get pulled through on this end, on this earth. And with its head sticking out, and then that solar eclipse, and then that article, just think of it as a baptism in darkness. With that head, it's like with its coming in, it's like its head was already in here and it was dark. The darkness on this side greeted it with that solar eclipse. It did. It greeted it. It's like taking its hand, spiritual hand, and like laying its hand on it, and poof, there's your, before you're completely out of the womb, the darkness. That's the first thing it's seen when its head popped through. Was the darkness. It was like it crowned its head. It crowned its head. Hello, thank you, Yankee Ward. It crowned its head. Instead of a diamond ring, it crowned its head as it came out. Like that. And its head is darkness. And I got chills, I do. And it's a light, a thin light on the darkness. It was christened. It's baptism in darkness, crowned in darkness. It's got a crown, one single. Enough of that. Enough of that, you all. We made it through the eclipse. Yeah. Good morning. You welcome. Good morning. Thank you for being here. Y'all, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. I never think ahead of time what I'm going to do a video on. It just hits me like that because I'm spiritually led. And then I just speak whatever I'm given, or even show whatever I'm given. You watched it looking like a creek. If you had if it had a crown, didn't see the whole thing go dark. It did not all go dark. It did not. Nope, didn't. People are ready. Jesus is coming soon, morning or night or noon. Trumpets will sound. All the dead shall rise, gathered in the sky. Yeah, there's a song. Jesus is coming soon, morning or night or noon. Others will meet their doom. Trumpets will sound. All the dead shall rise, gathered in the sky. Yeah, we've got it. We got it. I love you. Thank you, Miss Constitutional. Miss Constitutional Rights. You all got to get yourself ready on the inside. Get yourself as strong as possible. If you got anything in you that is hindering your spiritual growth, get rid of it. Get rid of it. If you got negative energy in there, if you find yourself in a downward, get it out. Get it out of you. You got to be a high vibration. Your frequency's got to get really high. You need to stay on a high frequency. You cannot have yourself dwelling on the negative, thinking about the negative. And when I say thinking about the negative, I don't mean being aware of what's going on in the world, even though what's going on in the world may be quite negative. I'm talking about other things that are negative, that truly do affect you, that you're holding on to. Get it out. Don't embrace it. Do not get it out of you. You do not want the darkness to come in and make your light small. No, push through it. Push through it. Push through it. Push through the darkness that is on the inside of you. Push all the way through. I promise you, you can do it. Just imagine the light on the inside of you, that little flame. You may have a little flame on the inside of you, and you may have darkness all around you. Think of that little flame as a big flaming sword, and cut your way through the darkness. Cut your way through the darkness with that flame on the inside of you. Even though it can be little, it can cut through the darkness. Even though if the darkness is thick, it can cut through it. It's like a torch. A torch can, if you have it on a piece of metal or something, it literally can put a hole straight through it. Even though that metal, you can't bang on it and stuff, even if it's a thick metal. These big plasma torches, think of your light on the inside of you as a flaming torch. Poof. A flaming sword. It can cut through that darkness. In fact, it can cut it all the way out of you. It can cut it all the way out. You can make a path to where you can see. Do it. Do it. Do it. Just envision it. Just envision it. You got to be a visionary. You got to see a way out. You can do it. And then you'll start seeing clearly. You'll start seeing a lot clearly. You'll be able to breathe on the inside of your being. Your spirit needs to breathe. Your spirit needs to be brought back in unison with the light. But the darkness, the darkness will come and cover up. It could even create like a thick layer inside your being where your flame is. And the thicker it is, the harder it is going to be able to see. It's going to make the inside of you just like, you're going to feel like you're being closed up like that. But no, just picture your light on the inside, your flame, a blazing torch, and it can cut both ways. Even though it may be little, it literally can cut through it all the way. It's okay. It's going to be okay. If you're watching this video, it's going to be okay. Your light is a flaming torch. It can cut through any darkness. Poof. That's the one thing that will penetrate. It's the love of God on the inside of you, your love frequency. It can do it. It can do it. You got to cut through it. It doesn't matter what's being birthed into this world. Your light needs to be not hindered by the darkness. No, cut through it. Get it out of the way, completely out, so you can go forward. My husband did a good job on the mulch. All those bags of mulch that he put down, he did a little each day. As long as you do in your lives, as long as you do a little bit of something each day and work towards something, you can get it done before you know it. But if he just left those bags of mulch there, I'll do it when I feel like it. He did it a little at a time, and a little at a time, you see what happens when you just take baby steps? You're able to finish it. Able to finish it. Just maybe an hour. Even like the garden, how he did the garden. Just a little bit every night, and then before you know it, it's done. Yeah, you can do it. You can do it. Don't put off tomorrow. You can't. You cannot put off. Oh my gosh, some people have put off their whole entire lives. I will admit, when I got married, I had my children. My husband was in the military. That was my life. And that's what I focused on. But he was in the military. He was busy all the time, taking training and stuff. I remember one year when we lived in Nevada, he went TDY all the time. I counted it. 9 months out of that whole entire year, I got to the point where it was just me and my children. That was my life because he was never there due to having to go places, and then he was studying all the time. He got his associates, then he got his bachelor's, then he got his master's. While being in the military, doing all that stuff right there, he would stay up to like 1 o'clock in the morning and stuff. So yeah, in my life, that was my life. That's right. This is my life now. This is my life. Now it's time for Gina. Now it's time for Gina. This is my life. And now I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Back then, that was my life, and I did what I was supposed to do back then. Now it's a new life. It's a new life. It's my time. It is my time. Just like you may be feeling that. Now it's your time. Solar eclipse. It's a new beginning. It's a new life. Go. You got the whole future in front of you. So you got the future in front of you. You can go. You can go. I promise you, you can go. Even though the world may be falling apart and stuff, you can still have a future in front of you. You can. You can. You don't have to be gloom and doom. It does not have to be gloom and doom. There's a way out of the darkness. You got that light within you. The light is a big flaming torch. Think of a plasma torch because it can burn through the thickest of metals. Big plasma. You got it going on. That's right. Did my time. Did my raising of my family, my children. Right. And if you have done that, you will, if you're a woman, you can say that you did it. You did. You did your job. You did your job. That's right. You did it. And you did it with confidence. You did. And determination. Well, you may say, well, I don't think I did too good of a job. You did it. You did. You did with the best that you could with the knowledge that you had inside of you, with who you were on the inside of you. I promise you, you did all that you knew how to do. Don't beat yourself up for, I should have done this and I should have done that. Well, you weren't in that mindset back then. You were not. You did exactly what you were capable of doing. Now you have grown. Now you got your whole life in front of you. You do. Don't beat yourself up over the past. I'm not the same person that I used to be. Well, there is an aspect of me on the inside. It's that spiritual aspect of me. That part of me on the inside, it's hard. It's really hard to explain. And that spiritual you on the inside, the soul. If you identify with being an old soul, sometimes you don't fully understand, but you have it all inside of you. It's really kind of hard to put in there. You have everything inside of you, but it's like, I don't know, you just like got to learn again. You got to learn in this life, even though you can't fully use all of the wisdom inside of you. It's kind of strange. Yeah, listen to the birds. They're chiming in. Okay, we're going on 31 minutes. It was 31 minutes and 30 seconds. The birds, they're so pretty. Let's listen to them. They are. Yeah. Good morning. Oh, Apple Brooks, honey, you beat Gina, honey. You beat Gina, honey, Apple Brooks. I see some people have a sense of humor, so they think. So they think they got a sense of humor. Well, it's a dark humor. It is. We've got a sense of humor on this channel too, and it's a light. Yeah, we like to shine the light on the darkness. Yeah. There's something in that area too, because it calls me to reconnect. Yeah. Um, yeah. Apple Brooks has no problem taking out the trash. She does not. That's right. Oh my goodness. She got her big spotlight. She's got her big flaming sword. Poof! Oh, you said that. Or her wand, her magic wand. Boom! You're gone. You're gone. Let me wave my magic wand. Let me take my flaming sword. Oh, I see a little shiver of darkness trying to creep in. Boom. It's vanished. It's gone. Was there any darkness here? I don't see any trace of it. No, because your sword, your flaming sword was too, it was too powerful. There was nothing left once you got through with it. That's how y'all got to look at it. Your sword of truth, your flaming sword, your light within you. It comes from the divine light of God. That's right. You can do it. I am going to go listen to the birds. Yeah. Gatekeeper. That's right. There's a lot of gatekeepers. There really are. You may not realize that you are a gatekeeper, but the darkness knows that you are, and the darkness will do anything within your power. What? I hear something making a noise. It's a different sound I haven't heard before. Yeah, that's right. Um, that's okay, you all. I am going to go. I need to get myself ready for the day. I do, but I just been relaxing, and a lot of things that people said were going to happen in the physical realm did not happen. But that's okay. It's okay. I mean, it gives you something to think about, and it's good to think on something different than all the bad stuff. It's like, okay, it's like watching a movie, even though the movie's not real, but it's entertaining, and it just takes your mind off, and it's a time to, yeah, well, that's something else I can think on instead of thinking on all of this. So it's all right in a sense. It is. It is all right. It's all right in a sense to have something to take your mind off of things that might weigh your mind down. It is. That's all right. It's fine. It's fine. We'll hear more things that come out, and it'll be all right, because it's a lot better than what some of the stuff that we're hearing that's going on and seeing what's going on in the real world. Sometimes it's good to have a distraction, something even if if it don't even make sense, but if it gets your mind off of your troubles and the stress, it's all right. In fact, it's going to be all right. Everything's going to be all right. Tell me everything is going to be all right. That song right there. And it is true. Tell yourself that inside your being. Everything's going to be all right. Everything will be all right. The whole world's in his hands. The whole world's in his hands. That song, In the Darkness, in the Light. I like that version of it. The whole world's in his hands. It's a contemporary song because it has some Spanish in it. And even though, I can't speak it, it sounds good hearing it also in Spanish. It's a beautiful, beautiful song with a whole lot of truth. The frequency of that song is really, it's a nice frequency. It is. I'm going to go. I'm done talking. We made it through. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming here. We got a lot of videos on there. I do not think that I will be capturing anything in the sky today. I won't be sticking my little ProStream camera out my window with a red filter because, as you can see, there is nothing that's going to penetrate that unless it's meant to penetrate it. There'll be nothing in the sky. We'll have to go to the live webcams. That's right. Love you too. I'm going to go. And with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your morning, you all. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Thank you. It'd be greatly appreciated. And hit that subscribe button. And thank you for everyone who has subscribed. And thank you to everyone who has joined this channel. Thank you, moderators. Thank you all for your comments. And have a beautiful rest of your day. Love you.